Honorable Men Discord, Joe Budden's call to action. Let's talk about it.
How you see yourself is how you perceived. I see a man strong, gifted, head strapping, never down on his knees, begging. Gotta make a way, even in my darkest hour. Say the odds against me was new. I would never cower.
As always, welcome back to another episode. If you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. So let's get straight to it. After all that's been out there regarding the Epstein files and the new names that have popped up, in particular Jay-Z and Pusha T, Joe Budden has decided to reach out to all the viewers and ask them to meet him at the Roc Nation office building in Manhattan at 5 o'clock. So yes, at the time of this video's release, Joe Budden should be out there in Manhattan at the Roc Nation office, and he's hoping that you, the viewer, would join him in trying to get some answers about this Epstein file. Particularly, he's speaking about some anonymous phone call. But let's get into this video and we'll talk about it further.
I ain't never been pussy. I ain't never ran. Never will. If you're listening out there, I want you to know I see some of the same exact things that you see. And I'm really, really disturbed by it all. So much so, I'm making a call to action right this second, yo. I need me and you guys out there to head down to the Roc Nation office. Seriously. Word. At 5 p.m. this Saturday. 5 p.m. this Saturday.
Eastern time, y'all.
I think that along with you guys' help, we'll be able to get to the bottom of what that undercover anonymous hotline tip meant. And when we finish down there at Roc Nation, we're taking this bad boy down to Virginia. Pusha T's name was in that too on that phone call.
Yo.
And
the train being Jay-Z, Pusha T, and Harvey Weinstein.
in 96 too. In 96.
Yo, mom, somebody, can you believe that? Yo.
Listen, Joe Budden isn't the only one that's confused about all this laughter. He seems to be genuinely serious about this matter. And I till this day, if anyone watching this video has seen this, if they know why they're laughing and why it's so funny, please let me know, because I'm looking at this as like, this is childish behavior. I don't even know what's funny about anything that he said or this Epstein file and the names that popped up. I don't see anything funny about this, but maybe I missed something.
Thank you. The white man said it. Come on, bro. Harvey Weinstein and Pusha T.
That's a sick game, man.
Biggity, tell him, baby.
Push was 18.
Probably 130 pounds.
If that.
We can't. Nah, for real, yo. Honestly, we have to get to the bottom of what was going on. That shit don't sit right in my soul and spirit. Some of these people we look up to, yo. This Saturday at 5 p.m., meet me down there, and we're gonna really get to the bottom of what they
Somebody
meant
got
by
some
that.
explaining to do?
Yeah, we're gonna. Don't worry, y'all. We ain't running from that. We ain't running from that this weekend. Watch.
It's gonna look like January 6th, but
Listen, I couldn't. I don't know what's funny. I couldn't, salute to Joe Budden and having patience with this. Like, I don't know what's so funny, and it's just like, listen. So this was pre-recorded. For those of you that don't know, so again, I release my episodes 5 p.m. daily. So at this time, Joe Budden should be out there already with anyone else that feels the same as he does. Anyone else that wants to support him in his platform and try to find out about what's going on with this. He said anonymous phone call. So what I'm thinking with him saying that, and I'm just speculating here, and by all means jump in the comments if I'm incorrect. What I'm thinking he's saying is the Epstein file, the actual text that I did on a separate episode, that text, that transcript, if you will, that's a transcript from an anonymous phone call that was made implicating Jay-Z and Pusha T. That's what I'm assuming that's what he's talking about, because I don't know what anonymous phone call he's talking about. So I can only assume that the transcript itself is derived from an anonymous phone call. But with that being said, for those of you watching this, if you have planned to take part, if you plan to take part in this whole going down to the Roc Nation office, let me know if you actually did it, and let me know the turnout. Was it what you expected? Was the turnout a great support for Joe Budden, or was it a lackluster support for Joe Budden and his efforts to finding out more? One thing I commend him for doing is there's a lot of celebrities that just stay quiet. They rather play it safe. And sometimes I think it's understandable why you play it safe, but other times, especially if you're a celebrity and you have a podcast, I don't see why you don't talk about it, unless you have a close relationship with Jay-Z and you don't want to tarnish your relationship with Jay-Z. But what's your thoughts on that? Do you think, regardless of the fact if you have a relationship with Jay-Z, do you think if you had a podcast, do you think it would be ill-advised to speak on Jay-Z or Pusha T because you have relations with them? Or do you think it's something that would potentially tarnish your relationship with either one of them, and for that matter, you would speak about it on your podcast? Because I don't know Joe Budden's relationship with neither Pusha T or Jay-Z, so maybe it's easier for him to speak on this because he doesn't have a relationship with them. But if he does have a relationship with them, I think it's very bold for him to do and courageous, because he won't have a lot of people in the industry supporting him with saying they're going to meet him at the Roc Nation office, because that's not something that most people would want to entertain. Most people just want to stay below the radar and see how it plays out. Most people are probably doing that maybe because they have ties to it to some degree, and they don't want to put themselves in a situation where, their name will be mentioned. So they rather stay clear of it. But that's my thoughts on all of this. What's your thoughts? Again, like I mentioned on the previous episode that I covered on the actual the document and what was written in the document pertaining to Pusha T and Jay-Z, my thoughts is they're grown men. They were grown men back then, even though they were younger grown men at the time. If they in fact did the things that are mentioned, they'll have to answer for it. I don't really have much more to say other than that, because at the end of the day, as men, we put ourselves in certain positions, and like that old saying goes, you make the bed, you got to lie in it. So as much as I'm a fan of both of them and their music, I'm a fan of their music. As much of a fan as I am to their music. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm struggling to get that out. When it comes to things like this, if they made their bed, they're gonna have to lay in it. They're gonna have to be accountable for their actions. And I don't agree with those actions. Let me just be clear on that. I don't agree with those actions. I wouldn't agree with those actions from any man. It wouldn't matter if the man is a celebrity of any sort. I don't agree with these things, which is why I'll say time and time again, I'm not a huge fan of the music industry, the entertainment industry as a whole, and some of the things that come with mega success. I'm not a fan of it. But that's my thoughts on this. What's yours? I'd love to hear from all of you in the comment section as far as your thoughts on Joe Budden's call to action, your thoughts on Joe Budden's his panel and their laughter whilst he's trying to address a serious matter. Your thoughts on what was written in the transcript, what was written in the Epstein file documents that I covered on the previous episode. What's your thoughts on all of this? And as always, I drop episodes daily at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Tell a friend to tell a friend that I do so. And as always, stay honorable.